To be very honest, if there is one dude that heads that list of Nigerians that would, a Nigerian rapper, a rapper of Nigerian descent that would pack out the O2, it would be Odumodu Black. I'll be honest with you, Mannie, if you took Odumodu's hat off and placed it on this table and just walked off and called in 100 people randomly from the streets and called them in here and said, who left this? They'll tell you it was Odumodu. Just the hat, just that hat with the Igbo fabric that he rocks. That hat is so symbolic in his brand development that he came into the game and some people didn't even know his name. And they were like, Odumodu Black. A lot of people, they called him all kinds of stuff before the name Odumodu stuck. But he had the hat and he would keep it on this table and everybody would come in and be like, yo, that's Odumodu. That's him. What's that? That's Brandon.
Once again, it's on. Welcome to Hits Don't Lie with your man Mannie. And as always, if it's a hit, we go dissect them. So we talk everything music, the back end, the front end, and of course our guests are always phenomenal, man. So with me, when I say in me, with me in the studio is, I don't know how to describe this guy. Let me just start by saying that this guy, right, is one of the pioneers or founding fathers of indigenous rap music. He was at the back end of it. Does that make any sense for you? He even goes beyond just rapping. He's a businessman. He's a talent manager. He founded the Goredi company back in the days, raising talents from nowhere. And I can't get enough of his music, because he seems to be, not giving up. He's just going and going and going, growing from strength to strength to strength. He is Tobechukwu Ill Bliss. Ill Bliss.
Hey, Mannie,
my
what's
brother
up?
From another mother.
My G.
See what we're doing now.
That's good.
I was telling somebody that I can't get enough of your albums, like classics. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You gave us some real classics. So
thank you.
That Igbo Boy was a classic. Oh man, jeez.
Oh yes, it was.
Oh God, boss. Sometimes we go back to those albums. to investigate some of your exploits. Anamachikano, Emini Bola.
No, you have. Do you know the funny thing? The Good Morning Nigeria show was always the starting point for me. Whenever promotion would kick off. So when you're writing that long list with your team and you're like, okay, so who and who have you spoken to? Where are you breaking the record? This was always home. The AIM family is always home.
Bro, I have to say thank you for your contribution to the industry, and you're still contributing. You got some new stuff out as well.
Yes. Oh yes, I do.
Tell us about that real quick. Yeah.
Well, that's Bully Them. Bully Them is
who you want bully?
My new record. So Bully Them it's just like a baller anthem. Yeah. I'm always making music related to spending money. I don't know, and I'm conservative as a person. So I don't know why I keep making the music so that the ballers in the club can say, that Mannie's table is jamming. Let's bully them. Let's bully them. Let's send them more drinks to our own table. So it's just a feel good record that I made featuring Magneto.
You did a good job trying to highlight some of the things happening around you in your rap. You infuse it.
Oh yes.
Whether it's containers or streets. Or whether it's, error, you always try to infuse that.
To find a way to get it. My music is my life. I can't lie on my record. So if I see something, I just find a way to create it. I'm a storyteller. I'm a rapper. So.
And you're a certified hit maker. And that's why you're on the show today.
Thank you. For
today's show, we want to just look at rap music, the culture, for the African context, because we know where it's going now. And we see where it's going globally as well. It's So there are some questions that we need answers, bruv.
Okay.
And we need to talk about them because we need to have those conversations. If not, we will lose the essence. We may even lose the culture itself. First of all, let me just start by saying that do you agree with the fact that, like 10, 15 years ago, there were more rappers, Nigerian rappers, killing it than what you have right about now? I mean, if I can count them. You can count from, let me just say, 15 years. You've been around that long, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we go back 15 years, we will count Olamide, we count you,
Yeah.
we'll count Phyno, we'll count the Grin,
Naeto C.
we'll count Naeto C,
Sauce
we'll
Kid.
count Sauce Kid,
Sasha.
Sasha,
Ikechukwu.
Ikechukwu. So
Reminisce.
Oh my goodness. Wait a minute, hold on. So there were so many rappers
Yeah.
rapping.
Yeah.
And not just rapping, killing it.
Killing it.
So what happened? Now we have a handful, just like a couple of rappers
A couple of them.
trying to stay. Even you are still in it. So
Yeah.
what is the missing link? Is it because Nigeria embraced rap more then than now? Something has changed.
Yeah. Mannie, thank you for this is incredible. This is an incredible question to ask and very insightful because every now and then I sit back and I look at the music when I got into it and the people that were around when I was getting into music and the people that came slightly after then. And it just feels sometimes like we woke up and there's a rapture for rap and everybody just disappeared. And it feels like the music didn't transcend. It didn't
Right.
It didn't grow.
It didn't grow.
It just felt like, so it was locally accepted. It was an incredible phenomenon locally. The fans loved how it sounded.
Right.
And just loved the fact that, oh wow, this beat is thumping. This is such a dope beat. And I can hear this guy because he's rapping in Yoruba, he's rapping in Igbo, he's rapping in Pidgin. So we can relate.
Yep.
So, oh wow, so we can sound like this. Then all of a sudden, the music the industry started to morph. There was a time that you get into a club and Sauce Kid's Yeba Riba, Somebody Bobo was the biggest anthem. And Naeto C's Kini Big Deal was banging in one corner. And Jimmy Jat's Style, forever a classic, forever an anthem in the history of Nigerian rap and Afrobeats in general. And then you move to the other side, a lot of Ajasa is banging somewhere. Nigga Roy is banging somewhere,
Man.
and Modenine is banging somewhere, and you look at it, and a Ruggedman, let's
A
go back
Ruggedman is
bit.
banging somewhere
A
too,
Ruggedman is
man.
banging somewhere, and even a little bit back before then, a Tribesman is banging somewhere and ushering a new genre in. But these days, you look around you and it feels empty. Sometimes I feel like the first and foremost, man, there's nobody from my generation that is still here. There's nobody that I got into this game with that is actively still in this business, putting out records, because I feel like we were kind of ahead of our times. And then something happened and the world just refocused on, just kind of looked away from rap. The way the world even looks at Nigeria, which is why, you'd look around and you wouldn't see a Nigerian rapper at the O2 yet, but it's coming, it's going to happen.
You've raised another valid point. I was going to get there, but now you got there already before me. I know.
Yeah.
I've been trying to picture that moment where a Nigerian rapper will kill the O2. And I can't see it coming. Why is that?
No, it's happening, man. It's happening. And to be very honest, if there is one dude that heads that list of Nigerians that would, a Nigerian rapper, a rapper of Nigerian descent that would pack out the O2, it would be Odumodu Black.
Right, I agree with you. But just to go back a few seconds, when you said that it felt like Nigerians drifted away from the rap culture, from your generation or from that, because of the way the numbers was just, there were too many out there killing it.
Yeah.
What shifted exactly? Was it the focus? Was it social media? Was it what really shifted? Because even what they were rapping about back then, it's even different now. So what shifted away?
So rap is a genre that has needed time to grow. Rap is sometimes I call it an acquired taste. You understand?
Yeah,
you know how
yeah.
people come in and they want just basic coffee, cream, sugar, and some people come in, they want coffee latte, and some people want mocha, some people just want basic, beverages. So I feel like rap is not basic. I feel like because rap is an intelligent art form, what it is it must juggle your mind at some point in the listening. So, and I feel like Nigeria from onset has been a rhythmic society. I feel like Nigeria has been a dance-based society. It's a society that fails to be reflective, because rap music then gets you to reflect. Then
You said it, man. You said it.
And tells you to be positive.
Exactly, reflective.
Yeah. So and then for you to juggle some of those rap bars, it's a lot of words. Rap is poetry over music. You understand? So a lot of people just want perhaps easier music to listen to, something that's a bit more repetitive, breezier, with a banging beat, something that just helps them escape from their realities. The streets, when people are on the streets tussling every day, they don't get home, and then you give them something overtly intelligent. Again, there has to be something playful, something that kind of relaxes their mind. So, and I just feel like it got to a point, a generation of rappers maybe handed the baton over to a new generation, and that new generation probably didn't have the stamina that the generation before them had.
Right.
So there were now gaps in the generational handover, and then it started to get quiet again. And then the world now brought afrobeats on us, helped us name it afrobeats. You understand?
Really helped us,
and put us all in a genre that that could be described. So whether you were a rapper, whether you were a singer, whether you were an instrumentalist, you were afrobeats. And then they started to look for melodies, rhythms. That's what that's why the labels are here. That's why they're here to exploit this market and get the benefits that they can, and also help the artists in that genre grow. So I just feel like nobody paid any special attention to rap. It's always been independence.
Good one. Nice one. We got to go back to that comment about you saying something about Odumodu Black selling out the O2 because, and give us your metrics why you think so. Because there is, on one hand, when you look at the brother, right? And you look at other rappers, I'm not trying to compare him. I'm just saying when you look at, there must be something different about maybe what he is doing in a nutshell to make it that way. That is not entirely rap itself. Could it be there's a branding going on? Could it be that there is controversy selling? Rap music, for example, does rap music need that? For it to really to catch fire? Does rap music need to have controversy? Does rap music need to have proper branding before it happens? Because somebody once said to me that the best rappers are not the best rappers are not the ones getting the accolades. So is that what is prominent now? That there's more branding, there's more, because he might not be the best rapper, bro.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'll be honest with you, Mannie, if you took Odumodu's hat off and placed it on this table and just walked off and called in 100 people randomly from the streets and called them in here and said, who left this? They'll tell you it was Odumodu. Just the hat. Just that hat with the Igbo fabric that he rocks. That hat is so symbolic in his brand development that he came into the game and some people didn't even know his name. And they were like, Odumodu Black. A lot of people, they called him all kinds of stuff before the name Odumodu stuck. But he had the hat and he would keep it on this table and everybody would come in and be like, yo, that's Odumodu. That's him. What's that? That's branding. Hip hop today, 2025, as we sit here, requires a lot of branding for you to be able to stand out, And then when you match that with a skill set, I know that Odumodu is a dope rapper, but he also understood the market that he was operating in. And he also understood that Nigerians like the rah-rah. Sometimes when I read his tweets, I'll send a message to him. I'll be like, dude, you're on some other, what is wrong with you? And then he's like, Baba, I'm just winding them up, man, because you need to keep them talking. You need to keep their attention, So I feel like it got hip hop with the way music is today and branding, they're all correlated. The hip hop needs to stand out because there's so much going on in the other genres, in alternative music, in Afrobeats. There's so much going on that hip hop also needed to start to put stamps on itself and say, my name is Black Bones and this is how I look.
So now there are rappers who can stand out for their branding or can stand out for their controversy, like for example.
But the truth is, okay, so controversies, rap is a very proud art form. It's very territorial. So every rapper, this is the only one genre where everybody is the best rapper. And they'll tell you, hi, my name is Mannie, best rapper breeding. My name is Illy, best rapper alive. This one, best rapper every square meter. You understand? And everybody's like, oh, no, I'm not good with him. He's not a real dude. He's not in the streets. So rap is always second-guessing each other. Oh, his jewelry is fake. Or he doesn't do, or the streets don't know him. Or he didn't grow up in in Folagoro. He grew up in Mushi. He's lying on records. Oh, he's not doing such and such numbers. He's stream farming, you know? So rap is always interrogating itself. And sometimes that's what brings the controversy. That's what brings this guy going at this guy, you know? I mean, it's in the history of hip hop, we've had legendary clashes. We've had Jay-Z and Nas, you know, we've had so many people, you know, clash in the business. And coming down to Nigeria and the African setting, we thrive on that. We tend to thrive on that.
I saw the energy that you guys pulled out, you know, for MI, and that was so spiritual.
You should have been there.
Yeah, I was. You know what I was doing. You know what I know
what you were doing.
You know what I was doing. But shout out to MI, by the way.
Yes.
I mean, the energy in that room was infectious.
It was.
You know, and it's not been that way for a while.
Yeah.
Right. If ever, can rappers in Nigeria come together and sell out the O2, or?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I'm just saying. Can
definitely.
you think they can? If you think rappers can come together,
definitely,
and sell out the O2?
Oh, definitely, man. It's like, to be very honest, this has always been my take.
So who's gonna do it? Who's gonna make it happen? Who's gonna make all the rappers, all the hit makers, come out? Let's go to the O2 and make history, legacy.
I guess if there was anybody remotely alive at this moment to do it, it would be me, because I'm a middle child, so I know the generations before me and I know the generations after me. And I have kept a beautiful relationship with them. But they will always tell you, they say, Illy never fights with anybody. Illy never disagrees with anybody, because I always keep asking them, so essentially these beef records that you're writing now, how does it help the community grow? How can we make more money from it? If we're not making money from it, why are we being emotional? Why are we... And you know, we've become kind of caricatures for social media. So every time we put out records, they're like, oh, the rappers can't sell. They need more beef. They need somebody to attack somebody. You need to go at somebody, bro. All of this peace that you guys are preaching. What they don't understand is that we can create bangers. Odumodu's Pity This Boy would have been featuring MI or featuring Reminisce, and it would have still been the same impactful record. MI's Bullion Van or MI's Safe would have been featuring Ill Bliss and Naeto C. It would have 10 over 10 would have been featuring such a person and such person. I just found out that we suck at collaborations. We suck at being able to stay in one room and just build that energy that you saw.
Why is that? Why is that? Is it
territorial? Rap is just territorial. We're like Igbo traders. You know, so this is my shop and I sell spare parts, you know, and this is my shop. This is where my shop starts and ends. I don't know what Mannie is doing, selling horn and engine parts. So just stay in your part. I'll just stay in my part. What you don't understand is that you can fuse energies. You can collaborate in the real sense.
Do you think rappers are singing more now than rapping, lyrically?
Yeah, there's more melodic. There's a whole genre for the Grammys called melodic rap, best melodic rap.
So it's a good thing. I mean that
let's just say the genre is morphing. Let's just say the genre
is just cruising. They're just singing and not really rapping.
But that's Future. That's Ghana.
Okay.
That's All My Life.
That's Drake.
Yeah, that's Drake. That's Lil Duck. That's in a variant. Hip hop continues to morph.
Yeah.
You understand? So sometimes it's gangster rap, NWA. Sometimes it's New York boom bap. That's Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas. Sometimes it's gangster rap again through Dre and Snoop. Sometimes it's melodic rap from Bone Thugs and Harmony. And then moving on to, you know, more recent times, Drake is a crossbreed of a singer and a dope rapper. He can do both. Then Kendrick comes through with the energy, the whole rap, I rap 100% energy. And so does J. Cole. So they bring the balance for that reminiscent part of hip hop. And then they also have the Gunners, the Futures and all of them. So it's a growing genre. The youngins, the millennials, and even the Gen Zs, there's a way they like their hip hop. They want it served.
Facts.
They want it served with melodies all over it. They don't want to hear a lot of bars. You understand? And you must be mindful of that. You must never. I keep telling people, stop putting down rappers that sing. It's an extra gift. If you can't do it, just get a singer to just sing your parts and just keep quiet and continue to move the genre forward instead of just sitting down there and, oh, he sings too much. Who put the rules together? You know, nobody.
How would you describe the current state of indigenous rap right now? You know, I mean, just saying, holistically speaking, you know, where is indigenous rap, even globally now? I mean, because that's a vibe, bro. You know, I mean, we came with a vibe You came with a vibe.
Oh, yeah.
Others came with a vibe. I even hear there are even versions in the southeast in my language. There's one guy called Ipa. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
Iba is a king.
Like if you go to that territory, he's like,
Mannie,
you know.
Iba's billboards are all over Uyo, Akwa Ibom, but you name it, bro. Like he's a true king.
But can the indigenous rap go far?
Oh yes, it can.
So
It can.
So where is it now?
Let me answer your question. So I'll speak from a southeast perspective first. If there is any section of Nigeria, if there's any region in Nigeria that is currently owning hip hop, it's the southeast. In January, I was in the southeast shooting there's a new documentary that I'll drop later in the year called The Eastern Cartel. So I'm the executive producer for it. So I went out there so that I could shoot what was really going on, because I noticed that there was an influx of Eastern rappers coming into Lagos, but not really staying in Lagos anymore. So they just come in here, do their rounds, attend events, then they go back to the East, which is in reverse to how it was for me, and for Phyno, and for Zoro, and for all of us. We all left the East where we were born and raised, and then came into Lagos and then lived here. And then I went to the East and I started to shoot. It's a 7-part docu-series, and I spent nights, days and nights, just following these guys around with cameras, just trying to find out what they were doing. And they were like, Oga Boss, we'll be honest with you, we don't want to come to Lagos anymore. We're fine in the region.
Are you for real?
Look at the fan base. And I attended the shows, Mannie. December, Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, 35,000 capacity. Jeriq the Hustler packed out the entire stadium. That's something even Rangers International, the resident legendary football club, cannot do, except, of course, it's like a finals or something going on. And it was just one rapper, a drill rapper, not even like a new age drill rapper.
Rapping in Igbo.
Oh, yes, rapping in Igbo. Jeriq was born in Onitsha and then grew up in Enugu. And I'm like, and Jeriq comes out and shouts, Jeriq is 24 or 25, and he just comes out and shouts, oh, boy, and the whole city divides into two, Mannie, I'm looking at people, they are quoting the lyrics, they're word for word. I'll send you footages so that as we cut the show, you cut some of this footage in so that you will understand what I'm talking about. Mannie, it was incredible.
You don't mean it, bro.
And I was looking, let me just finish. And I was just looking, and I said, so what is it? So this is reminiscent of Phyno in 2016, when Phyno came and did the stadium shows. Phyno was the last person to pack out that stadium. And that was Phyno Fest. That was 2015, 2016. Do you know what's happening, bro? So the East is of the opinion that their fan base they've finally caught up, and they've chosen their own genre, and it's not Afrobeats. It's drill. It's hip hop. So they're like, we're in the streets, we're tussling. Oh, Ogabo, say Naeto kwam no biagu. So what this means is, I grew up in Obiago. This is where I was born. That's my mom's shop. That's where my dad used to work. This is my streets. So I'm here. So this is my fan base. But I'll do all the fly stuff that the Lagos artists do so that they can know that they can be proud of theirs. So the Eastern boys will come in here, pay for collaborations here, and then go back to the East. Then they'll go back, gather their fan base, and make sure that they stay on social media with them. Make sure they stay on Audiomack with them. Make sure they stay on Spotify with them. Recently, Spotify commissioned a new docu. It's coming for Igbo Eastern hip hop. So for Spotify and Audiomack to start creating playlists for Eastern hip hop, then something is going on.
So that's why you said that the hip hop culture most likely has shifted to the East. Bro.
No, it has. They own it. Bro, they are so, when you go out there, it's like England. It's like ends. It's like, O2 Onitsha, they're representing Onitsha. Oh, this one is from Oka. Oh, then Ipa Odo and his gang, they represent the South. And they represent that whole Port Harcourt, Akwa Ibom, Uyo axis. Hip hop is left.
So
and it's in the streets.
So then
and it's in Igbo.
So then with so much talent and so much quality, right, and so much nativity, right?
Yeah.
What is the X factor for a character like what's his name again? This Elon Musk guy. What's his name again? Charlie Poppy.
Charlie.
I mean, what is the X factor for a character like that, who is not entirely as? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Yeah.
That bro ain't no rapper, man. I'm not. I don't.
Mannie, no.
What I'm saying.
I'm a big Charlie Poppy fan.
No, I love the brother, but I know he's not. He's good.
He's not the most. He's not the.
He's not the most lyrical,
introspective or the most poetic
rapper. Yeah, but he's getting something. So, what is the cutting edge that makes him a big hit maker that these other cats are not getting? What is it?
Mannie, I'll be very honest with you. Charlie is a lot of grace. It's grace mixed with the fact that he's the new face of Benin, the B-side, the Benin Kingdom. They love him to death. He's representing the new school for the Delta, for that side of Nigeria. Do you know how many times he said, Lao, Lao, and everybody's quiet, Desperado, dum dum, Balotelli. It has to be a skill set, Mannie. It can't just be a fluke. There has to be, because let me just land there, bro. I feel like we hold rappers to such high standards sometimes, and sometimes we want everybody to be poetic. We want everybody to be so damn lyrical and to have that energy that, a typical MC
the
has.
MI factor.
The MI factor. But everybody can. There could only be one MI. There could only be one Jesse Jags, one Ruggedman, one Ill Bliss, one Naeto C. That is his style. That is his vibe. They say he talks. I say he's such an entertaining dude that doesn't have to say so much. So in Charlie Poppy's case, less is more. Then he has an incredible fan base. Pluto. You understand? And they stand with their own. People come to me and they're like, "Oh, but this Jeriq, Jeriq is the equivalent of what's his name, Charlie Poppy in the Southeast."
Right.
So that's what it is. So they're holding them to. But this guy, he can't hold it. He can't hold a candle to Phyno lyrically. But guess who told me about Jeriq? Way before Jeriq even stepped on the scene. Guess the first person to tell me, "Illy, there's a kid I need to show you." Phyno. The same Phyno that they hold to such high standards lyrically. And Phyno said, "Boss, I know you. You're going to say, but what is he saying exactly? But if this kid could win me over, boss, just listen to his music."
Yeah.
And that was, it wasn't even because of his own opinion. I listened to Jeriq. Jeriq is so branded. He has official colors. He's blue. He's in the streets. He's riding in 6 blue convertibles, Benzes. Everybody, they all have do-rags on. They all have backpacks with EO Cartel written on it. Their styrofoam cups all have EO Cartel written on it. Branding. Because you asked me about branding earlier on, bro. So they've branded their way into the game. Then they are working so damn hard, Mannie. They are outworking my generation in music. And they're fluid. So they can move from rap, trap, drill, afrobeats, local gyration music, and they come out again. So the fluidity with Afrobeats has also been a winning point.
So
for them.
you made the point that every rapper is best. In the rap sphere, nobody's like second best. Everybody's good. But you mentioned something very interesting. Now you said that what Charlie Poppy has done in the rap business is he's been able to carve out what?
It's a niche.
It's a niche.
Yeah.
Now, can he sell out the O2 though?
Yeah,
he can, right?
Yeah, he can.
He can, right?
Because Mannie, it's also a demography issue. So I'm asking guys in the streets when I was shooting this docu, what do you like about Jeriq? What does he say? And then they look at me like, man, OG, I can't believe that you're asking us this question, man. Like, Jeriq is speaking to the street boy that is hustling, that wakes up every day and is in the streets. So he's telling the street boy, be motivated. Go get your bags. Don't let anybody stand in your way. And the street boy is there, and in whatever hustle he's doing, whether he's a barber, whether he's a G-boy, whether he is, a mechanic, whatever he's doing, he's saying, Obe. Obe is hood. That's what hood means in Igbo. So it's like, Jeriq is saying, just go get your bags, man. Don't let anything douse your So that's motivation.
Right. So I got two questions. One is, I want you to try your best. I know it's hard to give me the ingredients of a hit rap song. What makes a hit rap song? And then also, I want you to give me imagine a collabo, a rap collabo that hasn't happened. I'm trying to pair two together. Who would you like to see, like
in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, two rappers come together and do something, right, that hasn't happened. It should have happened, but it never did happen. Let's put it out here on record. You know? Maybe it should happen, but it hasn't happened yet. And if it does happen, it'll be such a powerful shift. It'll be a banger as well. You know, we have comparisons like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if Wizkid and Davido did a song together, maybe. So in rap now, which two artists do you think in Nigeria right now, if they came together to do a song together, it'll bang up. You know, yeah.
Emma and Reminisce. Yeah.
Right now.
Emma and Reminisce will bang for the golden era of listeners.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, Emma and Reminisce it'll be an outstanding record. But I think they've made a record together, but it was on MI's album. I just think MI didn't quite focus on that.
You think for the culture, like right now, if Black Bones and Odumodu does the track together, I think
They've had records together.
I know they've had, but right now.
Yeah, I think they have some little issue they're dealing with right now. They're going back and forth on social media on, rappers. We always
find something to talk about.
We always find something to talk about. I mean, it's something I have to think
about it, right?
But I think like a real rap record, it wouldn't just be something on an album. Like it has to be intentional.
Yep.
And it has to be something that will come out as a single and will be pushed as a single. And then the qualities of a banging rap record, of a hit rap record.
Yep.
The beat is very key, very pivotal.
Is that number one?
No, the beat has to bang. It needs to bang because you see, then you go back to the years of Molenubi, pom 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 pom. That green, just the music, just the beat. Shout out to So Sick. I don't think he could ever outdo himself on that record.
Not
so
possible. Yeah.
I mean, on that record, you listen to it, and even before even just the horns, and the chords on it, you're hearing it and you're already moving. So records like that, the beat is key. The flow is so essential, but the flow also has to be a flow that has bounce to it, because in rap, sometimes the beat is playing and then the beat needs to just dance over it so that the non-rap listeners, and there are so many of them,
can catch up.
They can catch up. So it's very important. The hook is so crucial. Nigeria is a call and response society.
Right.
So once you have the right hook, the right bounce, like the right instrumentation, it's gonna be massive. Because the truth, low key, we love rap music, but we like to sleep on local rappers. We would rather sing Ghana when Ghana comes to do a concert in Lagos, or J. Cole. Everybody's packed out, quoting it word for word. But they wouldn't do it for a locally based rapper, except Odumodu. You see, that's why I'm saying that there's so much grace, except Odumodu, and artists like MI as well. M has such a strong fan base, that can follow him, and Ice Prince as well.
You mentioned something about from your lineup of classic acts from back in the days. You mentioned some female acts as well. Where are the female rappers now? I mean, is it something that is still...
Mine is difficult, man. The girls also need to get married now. People are going to start questioning them. Are you going to wear this Adidas top all through your life?
Oh, man.
You understand? Like, is this it? Is this really it? You understand? Nigeria is such an unforgiving society. You understand? They put them under so much pressure. For a guy, you can get married at 60. And they'll be like, oh yeah, he's finally hung up his boots and he found one girl to just settle down with. For the girls, there's a lot of pressure. They're judged differently in the game. So what the guys can get away with, the girls can get away with it. Rap is tough, even for the guys. It's a tough genre to break into or to break out from, and then let alone the girls. So I feel what happened to the girls is like, there was a generation that was incredibly golden, from Sasha to Blaze, to Muna, to Kel, to Mo Cheddar, to so many. I mean, at some point you could be in a room, to Buki, to Eva. But today you look around you, it's that throne is there, it's just empty. And when the girls come through today, they don't have 6% of the lyrical prowess that these girls I've just mentioned had in their days. Of course, the industry wasn't there to totally support them, sign them, except maybe people like Sasha and maybe one or two. They were all independent artists, grinding. They were queens. They were proper African queens, proud with their heads up. So they would want to do it themselves. but nothing ever came out for them. And time came and time passed. And that was it, Mannie. And Nigeria, we're always quick to close the chapters. And we close that chapter and stapled it like it never happened. So when these names come up, I was showing some new age 18, 19-year-old rapper, female. I was showing her pictures of this, and she was like, sorry, who is this? And I'm like, okay, that's a chick called Blaze. You never heard of Blaze? She said, no. Is she Nigerian? And I'm like, okay, do you know Sasha? She's like, nope. Do you know? And it just dawned on me that generation had drifted, and there's nobody here holding it down for the females, at least not that I've seen. And it's sad.
It's incredible.
No, Mannie, it is pathetic.
That's incredible. Wow.
So when you look at it and how hip hop hasn't quite favored the females, it's sad. It breaks my heart. But you know what? To all the girls out there that would watch this podcast and they're rhyming and they're writing their bars at home.
Straight up, man.
Like I'm here. I'll teach you a few things in this game
straight up.
and how to navigate through this game and how to stay in this game. But the first thing I'll teach you is to get that other side hustle, because this game is crazy. And it's going to wear you out. If this is what you wake up every morning to do, you will hate it in a few years because you think, but it's not paying me back as much as it should.
There's a question on a fan sent to me to ask on this podcast show. Like,
oh, wow.
They send me stuff. So they were like, what is happening with the OGs? Like, a lot of OGs are coming back in different classes. Is it the thing? Does it have to do with the fact that maybe there was not enough money made back then musically that there is right now? Money's everywhere. Or is it some desire to still prove a point? Or is it love for the culture? There's so many OGs coming back and doing it, killing it, right? So what is driving that?
So is it like, do you mean like rap OGs?
Rap
or
OGs.
generally?
Let's say rap OGs.
Could you tell me one such person?
Just you, bro, right? But it's not only you, bro. Come on, man. MI too.
No, but MI is younger than MI is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but
MI is younger than me.
Yeah, but
what
is driving you, really? What is driving you?
Oh, Mannie, I never quit though. So I'll give you a little instance. When I was a kid, just one. So I was chubby. I was a lot chubbier, and I was a quiet kid. So I'd go to school, and this particular one guy, he would just come to me and just smack me at the back of my head. You went to school in the southeast.
Yeah, I did.
Secondary, not southeast, so you would understand. So he'll smack you and be like, so what are you going to do? Huh? What are you going to do? And then I'll keep quiet. Then, by the time he did, and he would always do it when a lot of girls were around. And I'll be talking to a chick that I'm trying to impress. He'll just come, pow! Or just take something from me and walk away. So I just went home and I reflected on it. And I spoke to my older brother and he said, you know what? Get him. Just get him. Make sure you leave an indelible mark on him so that he would never forget you. So I went back and I was looking at the guy. I'm like, this guy is going to brush me now. Where do I start with this guy? So I went to him and I said, bro, the next time you try that rubbish is on. And he was like, and he's looking at me like, you? I've been smacking you the whole term. So where is this going to start? I said, don't ever try it. Then he did it once. Then the 2 punches came in. Blood all over his shirt. I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, oh, wow, I can draw blood. And then I'm like, okay, it's like after school is on. So there's this agric farm at the back of the school. They call it Land of Settlement. It was in every school in the
I know, bro.
You understand?
I know, bro.
We go up to the Land of Settlement and then we fight. Mannie, we fought for 3 weeks. Every day I come to school, we finish school, and then I'm like, let's go back in. By the 3rd week, that guy took off. He stopped coming to school. I'm telling you the history of my resilience. I never give up, Mannie. Now, I'm like, yeah, I know I've been beating you all these days, but you're going to die because now it's a fetish for me now because you disgraced me for too long. You understand? And when they told my mom that this had been going on for 3 weeks, she now looked and said, so this is I'm training a boxer in my house. So you're like a wild kid that just goes and fights after school. From where? You were raised in the Catholic Church. What? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Mom, relax. It's the ways of boys. So back to your question, I never give up. I'm going to be here until I say I'm done. The game could never tell me exactly what to do, Mannie, because God, and this is God-given, God just says, Illy, activate again. And I go back in the studio and I'm always listening. I'm always calling. I'll call my friend, I'll call Em. I'll be like, your album is called The Wolf. Tell me about it. We'll sit down over food M has one of the dopest cooks in this town, by the way, and he's always feeding us. So you give us food, and I'll just be listening, and M will tell me what the wolf, what the wolf means. Whatever occurs, look forward. That's the acronym for it. So it's such a motivational album is dropping. I go to reminisce, and Rem is like, bro, we need to go back to such and such hip hop styles. Is missing. I'll go to Odumodu, he'll be like, bro, you're not tweeting enough. You're not on the gram enough. You need more reels. You need to go in. So all of these guys, I go to Vector, and Vector is filled with wisdom. He's like an owl. He can sit on a tree trunk and just break it down for you like a scribe.
Honestly, what Vector, shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to VEC.
VEC, where you at, bro? Nice.
So it's incredible. He should come on this show, Mannie. You should bring him in.
Be an open book.
It will be such an open book. So because I have a beautiful family, the same way I can talk to a Ladipo, the same way I can speak to pretty much everybody and
you
anybody.
have relevance that you have to protect.
Oh, yes.
And you have to keep that thing going out.
Yes.
And sometimes you express yourself musically because that's how you react. That's how you express yourself.
Absolutely. So when you want to record and you say, V, what do you think about this record? You'll be like, Illy, I like it. I just think you need more intensity. And you go back and you do it. And if it works, if it doesn't work. But I am always in touch with my community.
So generally speaking, was it easier? This is the question I think I already know the answer. Though.
Was it easier?
Was it easier to make is it easier now to make a hit record as a rapper than back then? Knowing that now you have so many indices, you got social media plugs, you got the branding plugs, you got so many plugs are working out for you. You got your but back then it must have been a bit harder.
Mannie,
or is it?
Mannie, we had nothing. Do you know what it took for you to come through the Cool FM gates to drop the record? Do you know what it took? It was like Dodham Barracks. It was like fortified fortress from the exterior. You couldn't go in. You couldn't get on radio unless somebody saw potential in you. Unless Mannie or somebody from here said, "Okay, I like him. I think he's dope. So let's give him a chance." Now you sit in your apartment. You make the record. You put it up on DistroKid or wherever you're distributing from. You create your TikTok videos in your room and your dance challenges, and you put out the record from a table and a laptop and some data. That's it. Everything has been compressed into a room. You record the music. Studios are dying. Anybody that owns a proper studio is a waste of money now because studios are mics, sound cards in a backpack in a hotel room. Albums are made in hotel rooms now. So when you look at how everything has been compressed and how it was then, you needed to go to radio stations that were exterior Lagos, and you would drive for so long just to be able to get there, and you get there and the DJ would just collect the music and be like, I'll see what I can do and go. So there was a lot of manual labor then just trying to break into the game. There wasn't enough plugs, there weren't enough platforms to stand on. There weren't record labels, so to speak. It was just you and your hustle, or you and your older brother or cousins putting money together to push you out. You understand? But now people take a phone, shoot something. Smartphones are all over the place. You shoot something, it will catch fire. You understand? They tell you do TikTok challenges. Recently I saw a young artist and he's like, Illy, you're doing your radio tours. I'm like, yeah. He's like, why? Why do you waste time on radio? I'm like, because radio will never die. And he's like, but that's unnecessary now. Why don't you just do TikTok and just do 1-2 stations on the island and call it a day? So it's a new generation. Things move in a totally different way for them. But because I came up from a generation where I built the relationship one step after the other, everything is still on the table. I'm still using everything possible. So it is easier to make music today.
All right. We will help me and write out your top 10 hits. Because the show is called Hits Online. I know that we can do it in post-pro.
Top 10.
The top 10 hits.
Yeah.
The top 10 hits of all time.
Like of hip-hop records?
Hip-hop records of all time. Top 10 hits. It could be foreign. It could be local.
No, Mannie, I'll keep it local. Because we're local. I mean, we're local content. If we go foreign, we could be here till tomorrow.
No. Okay. But maybe you can compile it for us and we'll just flash it on camera or something.
I can. But I mean, just locally, there has to be honorable mentions.
All right.
We must mention the Tribesmen. Shake Body.
Yep.
He opened up a lot of doors for hip hop. Ruggedman's opened up.
Do you guys still remember that track?
Yes, they will go back. They'll go back. Go back on YouTube. It's a resource. Just go back and watch all these videos. You can't speak about the classics without mentioning Style. Jimmy Jat, Modenine, and erosion. That was a seminal moment for hip hop as well. And you know, when Nice's album came out, the Gongaso album, certain records like Photocopy and all of those things sounded like rap records. So that was the future of that time. That was the melodic rapper of that time because he used to rap. You know, so records like that stand on that list. Naeto C's Kinney Big Deal can never be overlooked in the history of the big records that came out for rap in Nigeria. You know, and oh god, there's so much. There's some Molen Ubi, pom 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 pom. That was That Green. That Green ushered the streets in. And enough respect to Lord of Ajasa, who was doing it before then. But That Green came and updated it. So it felt like a 50 Cent that was rapping in Mushi. That was what it was. That was the feel that it gave to people. Regionally, Raw was holding it down with Obode Delugono and Hip Hop Gyration from the Southeast. So he was holding it down the same time Ajasa was holding it down as well. You know, so a lot of people made, you know, so many big records that crossed over and gave us a voice. Sauce Kids, Yebariba, Somebody Bobo.
Oh, man.
You done the mad,
Gotta make that list too.
So many records, you know, all came out. At the point, it was all hip hop. Everybody loved hip hop. They respected hip hop. Then all of a sudden, it went really extra quiet. But we're getting back there. We're getting back there. I just urge the rappers, you know, just single and make the bag and get the bags, but you know, just also try and rap in between.
You promised us that you're gonna put together a show at the O2. All Nigerian rappers.
All Nigerian MCs.
All Nigerian MCs.
All Nigerian rappers. It needs to happen.
That's a big show, bro. That's a big show.
Bro, it's crazy. Do you imagine Naeto, myself, Ikechukwu, Reminisce, Modenine, Ice Prince, Mannie had Oleku. Thank you very much. Oleku was a moment. Oleku is like a little era in the history of Nigerian rap. That was the first time at BBC One Extra on DJ Edu's show, Destination Africa, that I heard anybody refer to our music as afrobeats. Ice was doing the O2 wireless shows in Hackney at the Hackney weekends. Ice was doing the Life Lounge at BBC One Extra. Ice was all over the damn place. He was doing all the gigs. So when you look at it, rap had actually gone international way before any of these things started to, you know, to pop, and we can do a lot more.
Facts.
We can still do a lot more. Let's not even go into MI Safe, because Safe is also a seminal moment in the history of Nigerian rap music.
Or crowd mentality.
No,
we can go on. Listen. We can have a part 2 of this rap conversation right here on Hits Don't Lie. I hope you enjoyed it. Trust me, this is a wealth of knowledge, and we cannot just pause. Okay, we can pause to be continued. We were not ending. It's to be continued, right?
Yes,
nice
sir.
one. Really
Yes, sir.
appreciate you so much. Oh, his
Thank you.
brand new track is out. Please go stream it, download it. Bully them on all platforms, everywhere. This is Hits Don't Lie. Leave a comment in the comment section. What do you think about what we're talking about today? You know, drop your thoughts about the rap culture in Nigeria, your top 10, all of that. And I'll see you guys real soon. The next episode on Hits Don't Lie. Don't go away.